Hello everybody, today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on how to make this Hogwarts admission letter. And so this is the other side, and there's also the letter inside. Okay, so I'm going to be doing a tutorial on how to make this. So first of all, as material, you'll need a glue. You'll need some scissors. You'll need sticky tape. You'll need a pencil, along with an eraser, if you need, but it doesn't have to be so, only if you need it. A ruler, a green marker, a wax seal, either in real life or just, you can print one off Google, which is what I did because I don't have wax seals. And also Hogwarts crest one. And I have 4 here, but you only need 1 to make this envelope. You can just print them off Google too. You just pick one of your choice. You will need 2 pieces of paper, A4. And you'll also need your Hogwarts admittance letter. I wrote this on my phone. You can either write it yourself on your phone. Well, I used the book to write this on my phone, but I wanted to rewrite it nicely, you know, with a nice font and everything. Or you can just print out those of the film, I guess that they're PDFs, or you can just do it by hand if you like writing by hand. So that's really your choice. So for the letters, really, you can do what you want. I'm just going to be teaching you mostly how to make the envelope, and I'll also be showing you the letter I made afterwards. Okay, so first step is that we need to take one of our 2 pieces of paper. It's all on the side, so we don't need it yet. So we just need 1 piece of paper for the moment. So first of all, you just take your first piece of paper and fold a line down the middle. So just fold it in half. And do that as well as possible to make sure the line is perfectly in the middle. Then you'll need to fold the corners in like this. And try to do it as well as you can to try and make it really nice and symmetrical. Because that is always better. Especially for the making of this envelope. It doesn't work too well if it's not symmetrical. So it's very important to get it really nice and symmetrical, like really symmetrical. Otherwise you'll encounter some problems. Okay, so I'm just going to really fold nicely down the sides, make it nice and visible. Okay. Okay, I did this one well. Okay, that's good. Okay, once you've done that, wait a moment, is this good? Hope so. Yes? So once you've measured that, you will put 2 traces here and here. And then with your ruler's help, you can trace a line. And then you'll need to fold these 2 flaps so that this bit and this bit is aligned with the line that you just traced. So we'll have to do that on both sides. Next, we'll use the glue to glue these flaps on. Okay, once we've done that, we'll need to fold this bit inwards, so like that. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. We're just going to need to fold in the line here. Just going to open that momentarily. Okay, so we need to once you've done that, okay, I'll try and fold this in nicely. Okay, once you've finished that, we'll move on to the next bit, and that's the side flaps. Next, we're going to need to make these 2 side flaps. So for that, you'll have to take your second piece of paper and use your ruler and measure 12.2 centimeters, or if you're using inches, you'll need to measure more or less 4.9 inches. So you measure that on both sides, you make a marking, then you trace a line, and then you cut on that line, and then you'll get this. So basically this, like that. Then you'll need to fold it in half, like perfectly as well as you can. And then you need to fold in these triangular flaps, like that. And make sure that they're symmetrical as possible, because that's very important. So you'll need to be doing that twice so that you get these 2 side flaps. Once you've done that, you'll need to glue these flaps so that it's more practical. I mean, it glues. Well, it's nicer anyway. Yeah. So next, you just glue it on. Okay, and I'll just be checking to be sure if it's all right. And I think normally if you did it symmetrically, it should work. If you folded the flaps symmetrically, it should work. This part is a little more complicated than the rest, but yeah, it's very important to keep things symmetrical. Okay, once you've done that, you're going to cut roughly 1 inch away from this line, so this part here. And so that's either 1 inch away approximately, or approximately 3 centimeters. You just cut roughly, it doesn't really matter. You just need to have a little part sticking out. Just cut off this bit, leaving roughly 1 inch. That should work. Next, we're going to need to fold it like so, like that. And same thing for the other flap. Okay, so with these side flaps, we're going to be putting them here, like that. So you see, normally if you did everything symmetrically, it will fit perfectly. Well, almost nearly perfectly. So yeah. So what we're going to have to do is put some glue on these bits, on this, and on this, to glue them on. So that's what I'm going to do now. This part is a little complicated. It's not such a big problem if you got a tiny weeny gap, but yeah, you can do as you prefer. But I prefer, like, it doesn't matter if I have, I don't mind if I have a tiny gap, because then that's fine. But if I have a big gap, then that's a bit more annoying. So we're going to put some glue on for the other side flap. So we're going to be placing this like that. Okay, so really want to press down, make sure it sticks on really well. Okay, once you've done that, we've made the main frame of the envelope, just that we'll need to glue these parts together, and therefore we'll need some sticky tape. and it won't. I generally prefer to put this sticky tape under here, because if you put it on top, it looks less nice, and yeah. So you just want to take some sticky tape. You can take out like more or less a big size of sticky tape, a big chunk of sticky tape, and you just glue it here like this. Okay, so once you've done that, you'll need to measure out another piece of sticky tape. Okay, so now we're going to put another piece of sticky tape. So we're going to have to cut a second piece. Okay, and we're going to just have to glue it here, like that. And the sticky side has to be towards the outside, of course. Otherwise we won't be able to stick these parts on, like that. Then there, we finished our envelope. What we'll need to do now is just add the little bits that will, the details that will make it a Hogwarts envelope, because otherwise it won't be a Hogwarts admittance letter, it will just be a normal envelope or a normal letter. So first of all, you'll need to cut out a Hogwarts crest. You only need one. Okay, so now I'm going to be cutting this out. And here we really need to try and cut it nicely. I'm just cutting it a little roughly at the beginning because okay, so we're going to need to cut it out. It takes quite a while to cut it out, so yeah. If you're already finished, you can all... So once you've cut these out, we're going to need to glue them on. So we're going to be gluing them on this side. So we're going to want to place this Hogwarts crest nicely in the middle and glue it there. Let's place it nicely in the middle. There we go. Okay, once we've got that, we're going to glue this Hogwarts wax seal on the end. We're only gonna like stick it here because if we like glue the envelope shut, then we won't be able to put our Hogwarts letter in it. And anyway, even though we do glue it shut, it's easy to remove, so there's no use putting glue when it will just go away anyway and dry up. So once we've done that, we'll need to write Harry's address here. So we're going to draw some lines. I want to draw some lines with a pencil. And we're going to need to be fitting 5 lines. So we're going to try to do that roughly in the middle because, yeah, don't want it to be too high or too low. Those 5 lines need to be perfect. And just make a big enough space for you to write. And try to make rather big spaces, not too small. Otherwise, it will be hard to write. Okay, there, for example, I did a gap that was a little too small, so I need to go and erase that. You can see you've got lots and lots of space, so normally it should be fine to fit 5 lines. It should be. Okay, so once we've done that, we're going to need to write Harry's address. We're going to have to write Mr. Potter, the cupboard under the stairs, 4 Privet Drive, Little Whinging, Surrey. So we're going to have to write that. If you want to write it down, you can always pause the video to be able to write it down. So as you can see here, the starting points are like going diagonally down. So it's very important to bear that in mind to get it right. And also if you want to do the font really nicely and everything, then you can always go and Google, dear old Google. That can help us rather a lot. We're going to need to erase all those lines, so we really need an eraser. Sorry about that, I forgot to mention that in the material list. Well, I did mention it, but I don't think, I forgot that we really needed an eraser. So you need to erase all those lines, because we don't need them. It was just to write straight, to write nicely, you know. Okay, so once you've erased all those lines, once you've done that, get a nice address. So now the envelope's done. All we need to do is just take these, fold them, and put them in the envelope. Or if you want to write it by hand, you can. And so you can like follow, well, you do it as you wish actually. You can just really do as you wish. If you want to like make a nice structure to your letter, you can always like check film letters or look at this one. And so, yes, I think I'll put a link with this PDF down in the comments so that you can print it out if you want. It's just going to be simpler like that. Okay, so we're going to have to try and fold it in 3. I know it's not all that easy, so yeah. Okay, okay. And we need to make sure it fits in, but normally if you fold it in 3, it will. So let's... can fold it roughly in 3. It doesn't have to be perfect, so as long as it fits, it's fine. I did it like this. It's not perfectly in 3, but I find it's good like that. So yeah, once you've done that, you just need to fit it in the envelope, and indeed it fits. Even though it's not like perfect and everything, normally it will still fit, because even when you fold it in 3, you still have a lot of space. But however, if you fold it in 2, it won't fit. So yes, and now we're just going to have to put that in. It should fit in. So you really need to make sure you fit it in really straight, because otherwise it will be complicated. And also, please, you should fold it straight, otherwise it won't fit either. Because if like you have bits passing here, you know, it just won't work all that well. So it's very important to try and fold that nicely. So, does it fit? Yes, it fits. It fits perfectly. So yes, and you also have to put it straight in the envelope, because if you put it sideways, then it will be difficult, and of course it won't fit. So you really need to shove it all the way down to the bottom, and then there, you've got your Hogwarts envelope. Fairly easy. Once you get the hang of it, it's not that complicated anymore. You just need to do it correctly. And then that's it. So here we have our Hogwarts envelope. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope you guys like your Hogwarts envelope. See you next time.